It's my post-fight reaction to Jack Massey versus John Opetaia. It was a very good fight, action-packed. I think John Opetaia came out in this fight and showed what he learned from the Mirrors Breeders fight. Um, One thing that the fans are going to learn about a lot of these fights are a lot of these guys are going to become better right in front of our eyes. And I think that John Opetaia is one of the guys that's becoming better right in front of our eyes. He's doing a lot to show the fans that he wants to fight the best competition, and he's not going to really take the easy way into a lot of these fights. And fighting a guy like Jack Massey, that's a tough fight. I think Massey is a tough fighter. I think what he brought to the table was a lot of like trickery, but also a lot of weight, a lot of experience, a lot of different things that Opetaia hasn't been in the ring with. Closest thing he's been to the ring as far as a heavyweight. I know Breedis was a guy with a lot of experience who's been in the ring with Usyk and everything. So I think Opetaia learned a lot in this fight to be patient, which he did. He came out very fast, but then he started to slow down. Said, "Hey, let me pace myself real quick and try not to press on this guy like I did against Breedis and get caught on the with a shot and have to adjust later on in the fight and get myself back together." And with Jack Massey, he was doing a lot of good things when he started letting these combinations go. I think him not believing in his abilities to let his hands go and to believe in his chin, because his chin wasn't the reason why he was in the position that he was. I feel like he took a lot of risk in that fight. He took enough risk in the fight to actually make a difference. So I feel like he should have let his hands go. You shouldn't run in a burning building unless you're trying to save somebody. So in this case, you shouldn't be trying to stand in front of this guy unless you're trying to exchange. And he kept finding himself in front of him, not really clinching or doing anything to give himself a shot. And early on, the referee was looking at Massey as if, okay, what are you gonna do between these breaks? Because it became an issue to where they were punching before the referee breaks. It looked like the referee was gonna step in, and he was saying certain things that were slowing them down, and all of a sudden it just made a bunch of mess throughout the fight. But Massey was able to let some combinations go around in one round, which I feel like he was good at. Maybe he won the round, could be close. I feel like Opetaia won most of the rounds. But Massey let his hands go in 1 or 2 rounds. Good combinations. And that's when I seen Opetaia slow down and kind of pull it back and say, okay, this guy's being effective, and he's doing a lot right now. Let me not try to pull out try to go all in right now and try to hurt him. Let me just pace myself and let Jack Massey just go through the process and let him work and see what he can do, and then I'll try to respond to that. And when he responded to him, Jack Massey had nothing on later on in the fight. He was bruised up. The jabs, the left hook, the right hook was adding up. It added up over a lot of time. And once Opetaia started throwing them uppercuts, Jack Massey had no answers. And it looked like he possibly was going to get stopped. That didn't happen, though. And his corner ended up throwing the towel in. And it was a quick 6 rounds. He threw the towel in, I think, the 6th round, end of the 6th round. So, man, it was a quick fight, man. It wasn't really what I expected from Massey. Compared to what I seen, what I thought was going to come from Massey, I knew it was going to, a couple of months ago, I said it was going to be a stoppage, like 6 rounds, something like that. But I thought Massey would be able to put on a better performance, knowing the type of guys he's been in the ring with. But just didn't let his hands go in certain ways. And letting your hands go doesn't mean just going out there throwing a whole bunch of punches. It means throwing the punches that you've been working on your whole life at the one moment where you've been preparing to throw those punches. You've been preparing your whole life to throw these punches. You get into a 30-minute fight, you don't throw them at all. You don't even try to throw them. You don't throw them in certain situations. that's where it gets to a point where you're like, why? Why it didn't happen and why has it come down to this? So, but I think it was a good fight though. I think Massey did enough to actually put himself in position to win some rounds, but he didn't put himself in position to win the fight. Just wasn't aggressive enough, but he's still a good fighter. Everybody has a day off or a day that they don't show up. It's just high quality, high expectations for fights like this on the Riyadh cards. And for this card to be kind of not really, I feel like the Liam Cameron fight started off fast. Those guys really wanted to win. So it's just both sides. When you have high expectations, you want to see guys go out with a bang. You want to see them go out punching, throwing some good combinations. But that's really all I expected from that fight. But Opetaia, he put a beating on Massey. He couldn't survive past the 6th round. And the team threw the towel in, and that was the best decision. But that was a very good fight.